Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're all keeping well. Well, made the long old journey down to Ipswich town last weekend for their game against Preston North End, and yeah, about 3 hours 50 I think, but really nice ground to work at. We can manoeuvre about a bit, we can do managers, we can choose which end we want to go, and yeah, it's quite comfortable working down there. Must say a massive thank you to Richard Carver, club photographer, for making me and the other guys feel really welcome. And yeah, nice little press room just away from the pitch. So yeah, we've got our own little room, and it's yeah, we had a good bit of banter. I've known Richard a long time, right back when I used to go into London quite a lot when he used to shoot for Norwich and bits and bobs, and yeah, I've known Richard a long time. So thanks, Richard, for giving us all your help down at Portman Road. Really appreciate it. But yeah, a bit of a thrilling game, 4-2, although really frustrating for me in my corner, because 3 of the 4 Ipswich goals I was blocked for, and they celebrated in the other corner towards Richard as it goes. But we did get one nice celebration, which we'll see in a minute. But yeah, I went Ipswich attack first half. Their form's been really good lately, and although Preston were just below them in the league, I think they've lost the last couple of games. So yeah, had to go Ipswich attack first half. So obviously I think Ipswich scored first, we'll see in a minute. Then Preston got a real quick goal, missed that, I was blocked for that, so I just got a bit of a celebration the other end. But anyway, I'm not going to spoil it. Without further ado, let's jump into the laptop and check out the image set. Right, so this first image, literally what I'm getting in the habit of doing now, and I'd strongly recommend it, get your 70 to 200 out, or whatever sort of medium range lens you've got, and right from walking to, you know, right as soon as I leave the car, I've got my 70 to 200 ready, just in case I see anything. Obviously mainly fans walking to the ground or anything. And this image, I literally got out of the car, what time is it? I got there about just gone 1/4 past, and this is like 22 minutes past 12. This is actually the back of the ground, and just a nice generic fan picture. So yeah, snap that, and then I was walking round to signing on, got this chap just on his phone, leant up the side of the wall, and then nothing special, but it's just painting a picture and of what's going on around the ground, you know. But anyway, get signed on, get my bib, nice pink bibs at Portman Road at Ipswich. But yeah, nice pink bibs, got that. Straight inside, just thought I'd get a generic one of the old corner flag for once. It just looked quite nice, and the light was right. So, and I like the crest on the corner flag, so yeah, just shot one of that quick. And then quite like this, don't usually do many portraits in grounds, but I like the Sir Bobby Robson, and it was the sunlight was just on Bobby Robson, so that made a nice, something a bit different, you know. Quite like this, quite an old-fashioned. I like all just along here. You'll see in another image later. I like all the stanchions at the top there. But yeah, obviously Ipswich Town Football Club like that. But I couldn't decide whether I like that one better with the pitching or that one. And you can see more of that framework, you know. But yeah, so I just sent them both off, something different. And then just happened to look up, and I don't know, I quite like the architecture of this. Obviously you got the Ipswich Town logo there, the crest if you like, so just snap that, just something different. Obviously I've been there, this is the second time I've been down there now, so just trying to find different angles of the ground, you know, something a bit different. Spotted this, I missed this last time, this nice mural just inside one of the stands, so yeah, I thought I'd snap that. And then back outside, try and get some more fans. Wasn't quite happy with what I'd got, just to try and build that atmosphere and build a picture of what's going on pre-match. And so we've got, I think, looks like father and son making their way. Nice backdrop with the park. And then these two fellas, both on their phones. Again, nice backdrop. Some more guys walking towards the ground. And I do like it. There's quite a few different like murals or massive posters of Sir Bobby Robson all the way along one side of the ground, and obviously he's ex-manager and very well respected chap. And yeah, I was waiting for a couple of minutes, these two guys sat down, so I thought, right, I'll get you two. And then I love this one. This is brilliant. It's, you know, a great one of Sir Bobby Robson, and then just 3 guys just sat down, so I snapped that, just something a bit different. And then you've got these hanging all down one side as well, which just makes something. That is just, I didn't really compose it or anything. It's just how it looks, and that's how it was, you know, just trying to paint a picture. Anyway, I must fly through this set because I've got load saved today, but yeah, these guys walking. And it was really warm as well, and I was looking for someone in shorts, and I saw these guys in shorts, so I thought, just try and portray how warm it was for what, mid-October now, or not quite mid-October, but yeah, it was really, I think I sat in my t-shirt, my polo shirt most of the game, I think. But then we've got Preston arriving. Last time I went to the coach and got them coming off the coach, can't think which team it was now, but thought I'd try and incorporate the Ipswich Town Football Club crest into that, and they've got some nice boards where obviously where the visiting players walk past. I just thought I'd compose that. A little bit grainy really, but I was only on the F4. What we at there? Look, we're at ISO 32000. I went down to F22 to try and keep everything sharp, but obviously it's whacked the ISO up, so perhaps could have got away with F10 really. I don't know why I'm at F22 there, but anyway, first time I've noticed that. And then manager comes out, so I was just shooting some of them. What we're on now, back on the 400 now. Oh, incidentally, 400. It's in at Lanham's at the minute. I dropped it off. When did I drop it off? Monday. As you know, got really wet 2 weeks ago now at Everton. And not only that, but I took a bit of a tumble at Leeds a few weeks before that, never mentioned it. Well, I didn't take a tumble as such, I managed to save myself, but my roller case went about 4 or 5 stairs down from the Leeds press room upstairs, and got to the bottom, and I checked that it was the 1DX was all working, but I didn't try and take it off, did I? So of course, like I said last week, when I got wet at Everton, tried to take the 1DX body off, wouldn't come off, it's locked on, so the impact from going down the stairs has obviously damaged it. But yeah, so that's at Lehman's. I've got to say massive thanks to Gerard Austin, who works down at Lehman's. Met him on Monday, and he took my camera in, so they're just doing a repair estimate on it at the moment, so we'll see. But with it being a Mark 1 1DX and a Mark 1 IS 400, not sure if we can still get the parts, but anyway, watch this space. We'll find out later on this week, hopefully, what the estimate's going to be, because they're obviously going to take it all to bits and see what needs repairing. So it's locked. The 1DX is locked on the 400, as you know, and I got some water damage. And incidentally, I've got to say a massive thanks to George Tewkesbury, who shoots for PA, London-based photographer, because when I got down to, I tested the 1DX here and took some pictures, but I didn't scroll through the images. I was just making sure that the focusing was working, which it was after getting wet and being dried out. So I thought, right, we're all good. Got down, I started taking some shots on these shots here of the manager, and then I went to scroll through to rate them, to save the ones for when I download them into Photo Mechanic, they come to the top in the rate section. Scroll wheel wasn't working. I thought, oh no, what am I going to do? So anyway, I just happened to be chatting to George and the guys back in the press room, and I said, and one of the guys had watched my video from last week and said, oh, how's your 1DX? Because I see it got wet. And I said, oh yeah, it was all right, but I've just worked out that my scroll wheel's not working. So anyway, George said, why don't you go into your settings? And I'm really pleased George reminded me. And you can turn your incremental scrolling on your top scroll wheel from 10 to 20 to 50 to 100, you know, if you really want to fly through your set, but you can turn it down to individual images. So for that game in particular, which was a bit tricky on the muscle memory, I was scrolling through my images through the game and rating them using the top scroll wheel. So good bit of advice that if ever your rear scroll wheel goes, you can always set your top scroll wheel to do the same thing, you know, but in custom controls. So yeah, thanks to George for reminding me. And not only that, but I don't know if you can remember, last time I was at Ipswich, really struggled to get any images out. So George very kindly let me jump onto his dongle on his 3SIM. So I've now dug out my Huawei dongle, and I've got an ID, I think it's ID, SIM card from went to Curry's the other day and nipped and got one. So I've got my own Wi-Fi now, if you like, on my dongle, which I know some of you guys have got, and I have used it in the past. I used to have an EE SIM card in it. So yeah, hopefully next time I go down to Ipswich, I'll be armed now and I should be able to get out all right. So thanks, George, for letting me send out on your dongle. But anyway, all that aside, I'll keep you posted on what kit, what the repair's going to be, and if I'm going to have to claim on insurance or whatever. But anyway, I've got a weekend off this weekend because it's international break. So fortunately, it's given me time to get all the kit sorted. But anyway, let's crack on. Crikey. So yeah, some of the manager, just generic stuff for the manager, and then the players on the pitch. And now, like I said before, this is taken at ground level, and then I did just try to go sort of halfway up the stand and try and get the lads with just the pitch in the backdrop. So I thought that was quite nice. Just whack the old exposure compensation down a bit. As you can see there, look, minus 4.3 on the exposure compensation because the sun was shining and they had their white shirts on. So just drop the exposure compensation down, which I think I've gone through before. I can set that up on the set button at the back, because the set button was still working, and then just scroll the top wheel down and it takes your exposure down when you're in auto ISO. So yeah, so I like using exposure compensation, as I've gone through in the past. But yeah, and then just a bit of warm up. As you can see here, they had some mined Suffolk. What is it? Let's have a look at that. I can't remember what it's called now. The Ipswich Town Foundation, sorry, yeah. So just thought I'd highlight that, and then we're just getting before kick-off. Didn't get much warm-up actually this time, so some of the managers just getting ready for kick-off, and then straight away we're into it. Yellow card, what's this? 9 minutes past 3, first yellow card, nice bit of reaction, and just trying to get a bit of action. Again, some more of the, as you guys know, got a brief to work to as well, an EFL brief, so just getting plenty of that. Bit of the manager. I really want the ball to be the other way round, but we're getting there slowly. At least you can see EFL, but yeah, just wanting the ball being placed for a corner. And then just before you know what we're at, 20 past 3, it's the first goal. Connor Chaplin missed the goal. It was straight from a corner, and I was just getting set up, missed the goal, but got this lovely cele, and I really did hose him down, as you can see here. I think that one appeared in the sun, I think, so I got one used. But yeah, hosed him down, and then it's like, oh, don't go too big. I'm at full frame. What am I at? I'm at 120 mil there. Look, so just zooming out, 200 mil there, zooming out to 120 mil. Managed to get him, and then I think I've cropped that one in a bit. But back down to 102 mil now. Look, just zooming out whilst I'm going, because it's all in such a flash. And yeah, really nice celes, 105 mil. Look, 100 mil. Real nice selling back as he's coming towards me. Look, I'm at 75 mil there, so yeah, always at 2,000th of a second. Look, I'm in 2.8, so yeah, really nice sellies. And I wasn't sure. Oh, he did his golf shot. I wasn't sure if this guy at that point had anything to do with the goal, whether he was just congratulating him or whether he was an assist. So I just thought I'd send that. You can see Chaplin, but you can see him smiling, so I thought I'd send that just in case he had something to do with the goal. Then Preston scored pretty quick, look, so 9 minutes later Preston scored, but massive pull that is. But you can see the crowd are a bit dejected, so got that. He had a shot, but I think it was saved, so I just thought he was having quite a good game. What we at now? We're at half past, look, so he was quite prominent in the game, so I thought I'd send that off. Just some of this player, a bit of argy-bargy with the ref. One of the ref there, another yellow card, bit more action, quite like that, quite a nice backdrop. We're still at 1-1, look, you can see there. Now then, this was the second goal to go 2-1. Stayed on the 400. I always say, try and be as brave as you can and stay on the 400, but as long as you can. Unfortunately, this would have been a cracking shot, but I'm blocked. And it was not until the ball's gone out the frame that you can see the goal scorer's face. But I mean, I sent it, but I've known papers move balls before, you know, they might have moved a ball here or something. They're sometimes a bit naughty, but yeah, so that was the second goal, totally blocked for it. But I did stay on him. He went behind the net. He ran over towards Richard, where Richard was sat in the other corner, and did do some celebrations and bits and bobs. But I got him coming back, and just got a few of him coming back. Just keep on the goal scorers for as long as you can. And the next goal here, bit of the ref. I like this backdrop. Obviously, we've got to get as many as the ref as we can because of the EFL badge and the EA Games, EA Sports badge. But not too sure about this, but you never know, they might use it anyway. But it's quite a nice clean backdrop. yeah, a bit more action. Now this is, actually it's not quite downloaded in, it's not quite saved in time order. This is the third goal. Look at that, totally blocked. Now it was him, he headed it down, so I thought best get some of him. Totally blocked for the goal. I got one of him turning round. I did send that, but it's through the net, it's messy, it's not great, but at that time that's the only one that I could see. And then obviously they celebrated the other end of the goal, so I got that afterwards as well. I made sure I got one of him on the ball. So they celebrated there, but don't really like backs. Bit of celebrations there, and as you can see, broadhead. But yeah, it was a nice assist from this guy. So I thought I'd send that, and send that one. Got that, and then he did turn round. I stayed on him, like I've said in the past. Stay on the goal scorer as long as you can. Just happened to look my way, and give us a round of applause. You know, just applaud the crowd and whatever for all the fans. And this one appeared in 2 or 3 papers on the Monday. So yeah, chuffed that I got that. Always stay on the goal scorer for as long as you can, because you never know if they're going to turn around and celebrate or whatever, or just give that, because that can make all the difference if you haven't got the goal or any celebrations. So yeah, so let's go past that. What are we on? Incidentally, this was, what's that? So he's just turned out, he's just turning after scoring there, and then 2 seconds later, look, his teammate gives a yes. That appeared on the live feed on the BBC. So I thought I saw him, I was following the other player away, broadhead away. He came into my frame, shot him, and yeah, that appeared on the BBC live feed. Another one, now as I'd missed Connor Chaplin's actual goal, I was really fortunate that he was having quite a few shots and managed to get this nice shot of him, showing the other players in, and we've got a bit of a messy backdrop, but it's a picture, it's an image of Chaplin having a shot, so you never know. But yes, I sent that off. What are we at now? 4:15. So obviously moved to the other end. Preston scored again, and quite like this. It's quite symmetrical with a bit of dejection from an Ipswich player there. These two lads giving a high five. So that was back to 3-2. I think it was 3-2. Yeah, it was 3-2. That appeared on the Sky Bet Championship Twitter feed. Somewhere else where our images go. And a bit more of the ball. We're getting there. Look, the EFL's nearly the right way. But one of the corner. Quite like the backdrop here. Again, into portrait. I think as a rule, I don't think many clients like portraits much, but just dare to be different, so I thought I'd go with a portrait of this. Rule of thirds is quite nice, and he's just giving a hand signal, nice and light, so I thought I'd get one of him taking a corner. Bit of action. Now then, I'm getting there with the ball. Look, it's nearly the right way around. At least you can read it now. Nice with the boot next to it. Again, preparing for another corner. Another pan blur. I'm always trying to get at least 1 or 2 pan blurs per game if I can. So as I've said in last week's video, I've got that second lot of settings on the safe shift setting on the button. So just hit that, do a bit of panning, let go, you're back to your normal settings. As you can see there, 30th at F10. Another one of the brief images, Sky Bet Championship. Bit of action. Another one for the brief, the British Red Cross and EFL on the championship shirt numbers. Bit more action, just trying to get as much as I could. Before you know it, it's full time. And nice bit of dejection here. He's just shaking hands, these three are celebrating. Bit more handshakes. And then I wanted to try and get a bit of the Preston North End manager, and just looked a bit dejected there. So just came over to the fans and just applauded the fans, and then got a bit of dejection, even though it's a bit of a mixed bag really. Just the Preston North End fans just applauding the players and that, and looking a bit dejected. And that's the lot. So yeah, not a bad game. Really frustrating, but like I say, if you get blocked for any goals, always try and pick out who scored and stay on them as long as you can. That's the tip for this weekend, I think, is stay on that goal scorer for as long as you can, because you never know if he's just going to turn around and give a thumbs up or something if you've been blocked. So yeah, that's the tip for this week. Stay on the goal scorer as long as you can. But anyway, I'll keep you posted on the 400 and the 1DX. We'll see what Layman's come back with, and we'll see. Be a bit sad if I have to get rid of the old 1DX, but I don't know, we'll see what happens. And the 400, not had the 400, you know, too long, but yeah, don't tell Steve. But we shall see. Anyway, thanks again to Richard Carver for making us feel welcome at Ipswich, and thanks to George Tewkesbury for letting me jump on your dongle. Without that, mate, I don't think I'd have been able to send out half as quick. So yeah, and thanks to you guys for watching. And I've got to say, I forgot the last couple of videos. Huge, massive thanks, because I don't know if any of you have noticed, but just gone over 10,000 subscribers, and it's all thanks to you guys for keeping this channel running. So yeah, chuffed to bits to get 10,000k. So yeah, and it's all thanks to you, so can't thank you enough. Anyway, look forward to your comments, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. If you're out this weekend, have a great game, and I'll catch you up next weekend. Thanks for watching, guys. Take care. Catch up soon.